everybody. I'm Jordan Toronto, and welcome back to Discover Me TV. Today, on this episode, I have Mariah Martin on, and I'm super excited to talk to her. We first met a few months ago on a shoot for a proof of concept little short film that my husband and I have written called Face to Face. It's going to be Face to Face, a series based on the movie Face to Face. It was called #TooYoung. We'll show you a little clip of it. But this beautiful woman was starring in it, and I can't wait to show you a little more of it. Also, my last interview with Austin Kutcher, she did the blood rugs and makeup for it. Anyway, we shot something that we're really proud of, and we'll show you a clip of Mariah acting in that.
Daddy, I think Joel got shot.
Oh, you don't know that.
I saw him go down. I checked and he's still in the building.
I'm sure he's got a good head on his shoulders. He probably just hit the deck, that's all.
It's okay, Mommy. I don't know what I'll do.
You're just gonna wait for the police. There's nothing you can do for him either way at this point.
I need to go find him.
He could be dead already for all we know. You just stay put.
He's not. He's not. He's alive. I can feel it.
You can't risk your life for a feeling.
That's all I have.
You stay right where you are, young lady. Do you hear me?
I love Joel. Dad, okay, I know you don't believe me, but I do. And my Joel is out there and he needs my help. And I am your daughter, and you taught me to help people.
Things have changed and evolved since we were last together, so hi.
Hi.
A few things have happened, or at least have been, new
Revealed.
news. Yeah, revealed since then.
When we first shot, I was about 2 or 3 months pregnant. Nobody knew. So now I'm 7 months pregnant. Like, hi guys.
No, so when she walked in and we were like, "What's up?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Well."
I remember we were shopping for shorts for the scene, and I'm just like, my size, what do I wear now? What's going on?
Oh my gosh.
I'm super bloated. I don't know what's happening.
Oh my gosh, you poor thing. Because we're sitting in there in the dressing room and you're probably like, oh, this is an odd transitional stage.
It's that weird where like everything is expanding and it's not really yourself, but you don't look pregnant yet. So it's like this weird like...
Yes. It's probably like a good metaphor for life for a lot of times when you're sort of in transition and
middle
you're like...
phase is just... It was
so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, man, you looked really amazing and hot, nevertheless, even though you were probably feeling very, like
a potato.
In transition. Like, well, that was a hot potato.
I'll take it.
Yes, that was hot potato, Mariah. But isn't that so interesting, though? Like, I don't know, how our identity sort of evolves and changes. And also you were kind of like, I don't look pregnant enough to sort of justify my new identity, but I don't feel like my old self either.
Even now, it's like, I recently did a commercial, and I'm 7 months right now. It was 6 months when I did the commercial. And although I got cast, they were like, oh, the belly's not reading well on camera. Here, we'll put you in a fake bump. Meanwhile, I'm all on Instagram, because I see a lot of models putting on fake bumps, to show maternity wear. And, like, I model as well, but I'm like, taking all the jobs for real pregnant women. Yeah. It's not fair. Real bumps matter.
Real bumps matter.
I'm like, fake bumps, all mad. And then I get on set, and I'm wearing a fake bump. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to shut up. I'm not going to say anything else.
Oh my gosh, it's like that's preparing you for motherhood. Like, I'm never going to do this with my kids. And that's what we all said, and then we totally do that crap. So, yeah, never say never, I guess. Yeah. Right? I know. And then you're like, okay, I'm not going to judge anyone else for their fake bump now, because go figure, I needed my enhanced bump.
Yeah.
Which is also, though, so weird, though, too, when you're like, what? This doesn't count?
And it was super huge. It was a bump on top of a bump, and I'm like, well, is this reading now? But honestly, I was just happy to be there.
I bet,
happy to be working.
Right, exactly.
That was my greatest fear. I was like, when I first found out I was pregnant, I was like, I'm going to be out of work.
For like a year or something.
Model. I'm not going to act like I'm going to have to work my survival job like 40 hours a week. How do I survive? I'm an artist.
Totally. What's your survival job?
I work at a luxury movie theater. You press your button, you order your food, you get your drinks. It's really cool.
I like that.
I really do like it. I like it. But
But you didn't want it to be only that.
Survival job nonetheless. And then
Right.
it's like, am I going to be wobbling through the aisles like, hi, you want ranch with that? Like, I'm just like, I was supposed to be an established actor when I started having kids, you know? I was supposed to be a little stable, you know? Like, back home, I have friends who are married with like 3 kids already. And I'm just like, I feel like in Hollywood, like me and my friends were all like, kids? No. Not show. I don't have a show yet. Like, what's happening?
That's interesting, yes.
So, I feel I'm kind of grateful to I don't want to be say I'm like the test dummy for my friends, but I'm kind of like, I'm the one who's going to show them that it's possible. Like, nothing can stop you. You're going to be fine. Because I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
And like life does not end when plans change. Pregnancy and being a mom actually made me more creative in my life. And because I know it's so overwhelming to have something like that, especially as an actor, when you're saying, right? You yourself are the quote-unquote product. And when that person, that body, that identity is changing.
Yeah, when your whole kind of like product changes, it's very strange, especially like when you get pregnant and you're not established. Like, you don't have that national commercial yet. You don't have your recurring role in the series that you feel like you're supposed to have. You're like, oh, so now this is really going to be hard now.
Yes.
But I found that was just fear talking. It really hasn't been that much harder. It's actually gotten a lot easier.
I love
like,
that.
I don't know. It's very strange. It's like everything that I thought was going to happen has not happened. And everything good that I didn't think would happen has started to happen. So I'm like, wow.
I love that.
Managers didn't drop me. They were actually like excited for me, happy.
Aww.
Like, when I had managers and agents that I knew, like once upon a time, like if I would have told them, they would have been like,
we don't know what to do with you now.
Yeah, come back and talk to us after the baby. But no, my agents have been on it. They've been like, okay, I'm putting pregnant in all the submission notes. So like, if
that's what they want.
If it works, it works.
Right.
And so
well, then that also proves like you're with the right people, right? Who are actually like, hey, I remember we were talking about that as you were trying on shorts in that dressing room, and you were talking about the huge difference between the person that you were like, this is not the right one, and like the ones who you felt like understood you and championed you and advocated
and
for you.
believe in you.
Yeah.
Like you and answer your text messages and emails.
I know. I remember talking about that, where you were like somebody who's happy to hear from me and willing to like listen and get back to me.
Yeah.
What a concept. Because I feel like as actors, we often feel like the lowest on the totem pole. So we're all like, well, I can't really expect someone to, get back to me. Like, return my calls.
Yeah, I don't want to call them twice.
Exactly. Well, what a ridiculous thing that we think, oh my goodness, like how dare I ask for somebody to do basic correspondence about my life and my career.
Human. Yeah.
So I think it's important too. And stuff, I think sometimes when like life throws you a bit of a curveball and you're like, that's not what I expected, it sort of does put those things in perspective. You're like, well, how about that? Look at that. Look at that. Look at them respecting me as a whole human being and realizing that like, okay, this is who I am at this stage, and they're still totally with me.
Yeah. And
what are the names? Do you want to like put a shout out to any of like your agent or manager?
Yes, Max with BKE Entertainment.
Oh, I remember talking to Max.
Yes, I love Max. Oh my gosh, love Max. I can't even my whole idea of my career has changed since being with Max. I don't think he knows because I don't know. I don't tell him. Well,
I know.
But I love him so much. He's also an actor, so he gets it. And then he hooked me up with Daniel at Independent Artists Entertainment, which is my commercial agent. And I've had commercial agents for years. And it's like, everybody's like, oh, you should do the commercials. You have such a great look. But I never go out. I don't go out at all. Wow. I signed with him literally within 2 weeks. I was going out at least 2-3 times a week. And I'm like,
amazing.
It's not me. It's not me.
Wow.
I'm not broken. I work.
How about that?
I can get callbacks. Okay, cool. It's representation. I think that's one thing I would tell any actor or model.
Yeah.
Representation really matters. And if you're just on a roster and you feel like they're not seeing you, and this is like happened with a lot of friends and like just people I know. representation is important. And if you're not feeling valued, leave. Do not waste years, like me. Do not waste years trying to be loyal to someone who doesn't even remember you're on their roster.
Oh my gosh.
You know? Or
yes.
agents who will leave their agency and not let you know. So you think you have representation, but you don't. I don't know. It's just...
But that turns out to be kind of good riddance, obviously.
Yes. And if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be with Max now. So
right.
It's like a lot of things I wish I knew earlier, or I wish I had somebody, I don't know, like a mentor or something in the industry. Because I got out to LA and I'm reading backstage.com articles. Sure. Like I'm going to acting class, just trying to get the scoop anywhere I can. But I feel like I had to learn everything the hard way.
Right.
So going back to the pregnancy, it's like, when I found out I was pregnant, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, does it end? Like, I just got an agent, I just got a manager, everything just started happening for me. I just started, like, getting, like, paid regularly through modeling. All of a sudden, bam, like, what is this? But it was just also another good thing to happen, you know? But you don't know, I didn't know. Oh my gosh, like, in the first 3 or 4 months, like, I was so confused and I didn't know what was going on, but I felt like I had been blessed so much the past year, and I had gotten closer to God, and like spiritually I was just thriving, and I just knew like if he's been so good to me this far, he's not going to stop now.
No, exactly.
I'm like, okay. Okay,
that.
we'll see. Right? Okay, show me.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, okay, now this is interesting, but I'm going to assume that the same God, the same presence that has given me this last year has given me this too.
And it was this...
They would not be like, oh, sorry, I forgot about you. Oh, you're pregnant? I don't know what to do about you now. I'm like,
okay.
God is not
afterwards.
God is not bad representation. God's not a bad agent.
That's such a good analogy.
I was gonna say, like, but we think that, right? That's that weirdo actor mentality where we're like, well, I don't know if I got support now. It's like,
over.
Wait,
it's
we really
for me.
at your like most
vulnerable,
trying moments where you're like, this is new, help. Yeah.
But it's been really good, man. I've been meeting really great people, other people with kids, and now I'm starting to meet other models and actors who have had a kid, and like kind of, I don't know, seeing that like the world that I was living in is not exactly the world that is out there.
So it's sort of like just widened your perspective.
Yeah, because honestly, being 100% transparent, it was maybe my biggest fear to get pregnant.
Wow.
My biggest fear in the world.
Wow. There you go.
And then it happened, and then so like my entire life crumbled for about a month and a half.
I bet.
On top of that's your first trimester, at least for me. It was nausea and tiredness the entire time, and I'm like,
oh my gosh. Also terror then.
it was just bad. It was bad. I was working less at the beginning because I didn't even have the energy to go out and network and do things that I got myself like jobs with. So I was like at the movie theater all mad because I'm like, well, this is my life now. Side jobs.
And side job becoming kind of like main job, your fear.
But then when I got out of that sickness and that tiredness, and I got back to myself, and I was like, okay, well, what can we do? Like, what can I do in this state? And there's a lot you can do. You just keep hustling, keep grinding, and things are going to come to you. Like, I've gotten pregnancy jobs and
that's
all
so
kinds
awesome.
of stuff. And I'm like, oh, and like now my agents and managers are like, casting directors love babies, so do you want to get him in? And I'm like, yeah.
I know. He's probably going to be fabulous.
Yeah,
knowing you.
Have a fun time.
Trust me, I mean, honestly, we have 3 kids, and our kids are talented and interesting and artistic and creative in their own ways, and that always evolves and changes too. But yeah, like, it's overwhelming, but it's also like such an addition. It's like, to be all improv-y, like I try to tell my kids to do when they're fighting. I'm like, yes and each other more. Like, and yes and your lives. Like, don't be all, but.
Yeah.
And like, don't assume that it's a but.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm pregnant, so I don't know what that's going to do. It's like, yes and I'm doing this, and he's going to bring this into my life. And who knows who he'll be then, and to watch, like, this human being. And I guarantee you, like, whatever he's into, I think, I remember my oldest guy was like, I don't know, 3 or something, and I was literally just walking by myself through like a Target, and I saw a Spider-Man toy, and I got like excited like a kid myself. I was like, oh, this is so cool. And then all of a sudden I was like, do I think that? Is that my thought? Like, have I completely, like, has my brain been totally, I'm like, I think I'm just channeling his excitement through me. And I thought, well, it's just delightful and hilarious to me, because I thought, definitely a few years ago, I would not have been walking through and going, Spider-Man!
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think so. So it's just, it's a lot of, like, addition to my own interests, my own, like, I don't know, just what I value. And I have to say that as overwhelming as it can be, it's just, like, completely adding and expanding to our lives. And good for you for also, because I think that's important for this channel to be a place where people can find mentors. Because you're like, I needed somebody besides just a few articles. I mean, maybe there were articles, thank goodness, that might have like helped you. But it's nice to see a human being talk about their experience and to be able to connect and
tell
just
you what road not to go on.
Right.
Like, save some time.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Go this way.
Yeah. There might be many someones who are like, oh, Mariah just like reminded me to value myself no matter what my life circumstances are, no matter what exactly I'm doing, like that I do not waste my time just devaluing myself, you know?
Yeah.
I love that. So I am super looking forward to, I think, just your career that's just going to keep just like, I think going to just explode. And I hope that it's through us sometimes again too. So I hope that we'll write you something for a pregnant lady. I don't know.
Well, we only have a couple months.
I know. You're like, well, you better get on it.
Next time.
You're like, write me a part with a baby.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, that's super fun. Well, yay! I'm so happy to talk to you.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yay! Also, want to make sure that we promote Mariah's social media, so tell them your Instagram handle.
So you can follow me on Instagram at AriahMae. That's AriahMae, which is Mariah in Pig Latin.
I was just thinking that's what it was.
Cute.
It's totally cute. Amazing. So definitely go to Mariah May. How many of you have Instagram handles in Pig Latin? I don't know. It's an inspiration. That's super fun. I will link anything else that she wants to show us. And yay, we'll keep following her and maybe have her back with her baby. And talk about what's next for her life and her career. So thank you again for watching. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.
I think we did a good job.
I think we did do a good
You guys
job.
were awesome.
Dude, you were like an inspiration.
So it all worked out perfectly.
As we were just talking
try
about.
it again.
The things you expect are not always what you get.
Exactly. And
Okay.
one more time.